Yo, what's happening, y'all? It's your boy Brian Forbes. We are in the building. And it's time, y'all, for Inside Step. And y'all know what it is. It's about to go down. Y'all know it's about to go down every Tuesday, 7 Central. The number one stop for information and education in regard to the stepping world. Y'all know tonight we have a very, 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 very good show. Because tonight we're going to be interviewing a gentleman by the name of, y'all might know him as Old School Joe. My man Josiah Burt will be on the show this evening. We are going to discuss some stuff about the old school because amazingly enough, y'all, I've gotten or heard some really interesting stuff ever since we did the broadcast for the world's largest a few weeks ago. We've had some really interesting things take place. And so we're now at a place where it has become necessary to gain clarity, or should I say more clarity. So because we are now moving forward in this dance, it's funny, and I say moving forward, y'all. It's funny to me sometimes how I feel like the moves that we're making are unilateral. Sometimes the things that we really and truly should be doing are not really taking place the way that they should. And like every time it seems like we make an advancement or we make a move in the right or positive direction, you have so many people working so hard to pull it back in the other direction. Or should I say in other directions. This dance sometimes is like, it reminds me of what they do when they quarter a person. Like the dance is in the middle and they got a horse tied to each leg, each arm of a person, and then they pull. That is what sometimes this dance reminds me of when we're dealing with so many different things being pulled in so many different directions by so many different people. And I think it has become, for me, I ain't gonna lie, has become a bit annoying when we are at a place in this dance where there are so many who want to provide information, who want to be involved, who unfortunately want to make a name, who want to build their brand, and the list goes on, and they're doing it at the cost of those who don't know any better. And there are so many who don't know any better that are giving the game a black eye, y'all. And I'm not trying to be no messenger of misery tonight. I'm not trying to be, that dude that's talking down on the things that are taking place. And I don't have a problem with changes and things like that to some degree, but let's not forget where we came from. That's where we make our mistakes. We tend to forget where we came from, y'all. And I want to see that. I want to see that kind of thing stop. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place this call right quick. And we're going to get my guy in here on the line. Let me see. We got to get this thing right here. Get my guy on the line because we're going to have a very interesting conversation tonight because he's got some things that need to be said, some things that we need to hear. And so we're going to work toward that. Hey, Vonda Powell, I see you. Val Wells, Sylvia Perry in the building. Dennis Howard Hodges, I see you. Keela, I see you, girl. What's going on, man?
What up, man?
Let me bring you right on in here right quick. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all want to introduce y'all to Josiah Burt. If you don't know who the man is, you're about to meet him. This is Josiah Old School Joe Burt, y'all. What's happening, family?
Man, homie, what's good? Now, I might not look at you, man, because I'm back home, but I'm still on the road.
Brother, we want you to do one thing before you do anything else, and that's be safe. Be that before you be anything, you dig? You're on your way back home from the Shy, is that right?
Yeah, I had to run up there and pick up some clothes, man, that I needed for this weekend for Texas Heat, man.
You went and got you some of them maids, man.
Yeah, there's some, not a whole lot, just a little bit.
I can dig it. So ladies and gentlemen, bear with us on this transmission because my man is on the road. We want him to be safe first. So if we get a little in and out, y'all understand why. And we're gonna make sure we get all the information we can tonight because this man is a wealth of information. So, Joe.
Yes, sir.
You just mentioned Texas Heat this weekend, man. That's what we all looking forward to. Man, it's going to be a hell of a show, man. It's going to be a thing this weekend, Jack. We're going to have a real good time.
What pop off, man? I'm waiting to see this, man, for real.
Yeah, it's going down.
It is.
So,
you know, because I've talked to Nike. I like what he's lining up. I like his vision of what he's doing. Mm-hmm. I want to see it come to fruition, man. The way he wants.
I agree 100%, man. And if this, I'm gonna just tell y'all like this: if this weekend is even an nth of what we experienced last year, you can bet your bottom dollar we getting ready to get it in. It's going down. We're gonna have a ball because this. I've been saying all year this is one of the events that you just kind of need to be at. This is one of those. That's my opinion. Yes, it's a contest, but it is also one of the more incredible opportunities to fellowship with fellow steppers and people who actually are in love with this dance like we are.
Yes, it would be a nice festive. It would be very festive. It would be very festive.
Very festive. You know what I'm saying? That's right.
All that good stuff.
So in the meantime, like we're gonna talk about the event, but here's the thing, man. I want to get right into the meat of this thing. I want to get right into the meat. Me and you talk all the time because we're constantly going back and forth about where we are in this dance. And because you love this dance like I do and like many others do, you know, there's some things that I think bear clarity, that bear being informed about. You know, I can't say we are at a place because we've been at this place for a long time, man. There's so many people who want to be resources of information in this dance, but unfortunately don't have the information to convey, or the information that they have is somewhat inaccurate. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here to my audience and tell all y'all, when you hear people say things about this dance and they are speculating or they are projecting or trying to reach back to a time when they were not dancing or were not in the game, well, tonight, y'all, we're talking to somebody who was there, somebody who knows, when I say the history of where some of the things that y'all see actually came from, who was in the room when these things took place. So when I tell you that this is what you're about to get is a wealth of information and knowledge, trust and believe when I tell this to you, you need to be paying attention. You need to be listening to this. This is not one of them guys that's going to come on here and blow smoke up your butt like some folks will do because they want to big up themselves. This ain't that. This is real information. Inside Stepping provides only real information and vetted factual content. So, or should I say quality content? So, Joe.
Yes, sir.
The other day, you put 3 videos up on the internet. That caused a bit of a stir. These videos, I know. Well, let me say this: you were attempting to, and I'm gonna let you reiterate on this. You were attempting to give a demonstration of what would be required of contestants on this coming weekend in what we were referring to as man on man, the get down. And in doing so, what you ultimately ended up doing was basically giving a tutorial, which many people who did see were in awe of. So let's talk about what your intent was and the reasoning behind the removal of those videos.
Okay, when you said that the tutorial, look here. Let me say this real quick. Kathleen Wiggins, aka Lady Taboo, the legend. Let me say it again. Kathleen Wiggins, aka Lady Taboo, the legend. She hit me with that, man. That was a nice tutorial. Like, man, she used some big words, some big college words on me, man. But when she said that to me, man, I felt kind of honored that she seen it and she appreciated what I did concerning the culture of our dance from the beginning stages.
Right.
So I would say that first. So basically, last year I was in Texas and me and Nike talked, and Nike said, "Hey man, look here, I want to do an original competition on the Get Down." Now notice I said the Get Down, so we're gonna talk about that for the name of this dance. We're gonna talk about that.
Right.
I said, but he said, help me with that, man. He said, you was there, and I want you to help me put it together. And he said, well, I want you to get in it. I said, well, man, I can't help you put it together and get in it because that wouldn't be right and
conflict
and
of interest. Conflict of interest.
Yeah. So I said, but I help you with it. So he said, okay, cool. So I told him what I was going to do. I said, I made up the rules for the contest. I read up everything that you need to be judged on, things you need to do. But I thought it's names on the paper that if I just said the names to you, you wouldn't know what they were. Right. But when we were kids, that's what something we called it. So what I did from start to finish, did a demonstration of everything. Mm-hmm. And listen to me, I wasn't teaching, I was demonstrating it. But some people said, man, you were teaching that. And I said, no, I wasn't teaching it. I was just showing I can teach it, but that was just showing it to you. They said, well, it looked like teaching to me. People started talking about, man.
It sure looked like an instruction to me, but go ahead.
Yeah, they was like, man, I got my paper and pencil out and this, that, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh. And some other people told me, hey, man, why you put that on there like that? They said, man, look, you might want to take that off and let's regroup and do it another way. So I took them off. I had people call me and say, well, man, why you take them down? See, that's the point, and I want people to understand. It's so many people been barking about this dance, the original, that they can do it, how cold they is, all this, and they can teach it, and I see no product or no fruit for the labor. In fact, I don't even see the labor. A lot of people talk about what they can do, and I haven't seen it yet. Well, I can do it, I can articulate it, and I can show it to you. And that's what I did in the video, showing, but I took it down. Because the thing is, I look at it like this here. A lot of people, if you have a skill set, I believe you should get paid for it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I looked at the fact then, everybody's trying to get a lot of footwork and different things. Everything I do, I can teach. Now, I took them down because I'm going to do some things, some seminars and stuff like that, and try to square some stuff away.
Right.
And, I'm gonna put a small price on these classes and make sure people get the stuff. But at the same time, like I say, I'm gonna charge you. Like my man on Martin said, I'm not gonna say it just like him. I'm gonna charge you a little bit. I'm gonna charge you. It's not gonna be a lot, but I am gonna charge you.
And you should. Why?
Because I think I got a skill set that a lot of people trying to get.
Hey.
Now a lot of people like to try to sit around and watch me do things.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this right here. At least if they pay for what you giving them, they're going to actually get something. Because a whole lot of folks done spent a whole lot of money, and they still ain't got nothing. But go ahead.
Yeah, and matter of fact, like for us teaching this dance, I live in a city where I can't really teach a lot of guys because it's a rapid deployment military town. So I don't get a lot of guys like in these other cities. But at the same time, nobody really reaches out to me or to call me in, or maybe I haven't begged people to bring me in and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not desperate, but I figured if people want to dance, they'll get in touch with people that can actually teach it. But it seems like the people that's been in the world largest are the people that have the fame, and those are the people everybody call. Not disrespecting anybody, but everybody that dance can't teach.
Right. Well, you gotta. Here's the one thing that you gotta remember though, Joe, in that regard. And I try to be as diplomatic and understanding as possible, but you got a lot of people out here, unfortunately, because of the growth of the dance. We have a tremendous amount of people who are coming into this dance recently and in recent years, and we're constantly seeing new faces in regard to people that are coming up. And they're teaching, they're putting on events and all the other stuff that goes with this. And the deal is we got so many new people in this game that they don't know. And they are being taught by people who don't know. And that's why it's so critical that we have people like yourself and those who came even before you to set these records straight. I have to give Professor Reggie Miles his props on making sure, because he brings in the people that are even older than us who are explaining the origins and why, because there's so many things that people don't understand about this dance, and they don't, the whys are critically important. They don't understand it until after they hear it. So go ahead. And
now see, I'm gonna tell you something I haven't been doing. Mm-hmm. I ain't really been tooting my horn or nothing like that, right? Right. But see, and one thing is, nobody speaks of me. Mm-hmm. They might say behind closed doors what I can do or what I know how to do, but they won't say it to the masses. I'm gonna give you an example. This girl that I'm teaching named Trina. Everybody know who she is, right? Mm-hmm. Well, she came to me and she said she was in Chicago. She said people walk up to her and say, "Are you the girl that Josiah teaching?" Right? Mm-hmm. And yeah, they said, "Yeah, he cold, this, that, other, but he don't live here no more." And I heard that like 10, 15 times from people saying, "Yeah, he cold, but he don't live here no more." She said, "Why do they keep saying that?" I said, from my understanding is, it's like I'm an outsider to them. In the for the new school, I guess the new school is concerned. And my thing is, a lot of times I think it's a business thing as well. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, people that can actually teach the dance or good, you don't want to say, okay, this guy's cold, that guy's cold, when you're not in the circle with those people. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, now people lose money. Mm-hmm. It's like you taking money out of their pocket and they figure out somebody else to do something like them or better than them.
How they say, always follow the money, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to know what the problem's at? Follow the money.
From that perspective, I do understand that. But I mean, look here, I'm going to tell you something. I got some people that in Chicago that don't like me. Listen to me. I ain't did nothing to them. They don't know the old me. Mm-hmm. Now, that guy, they might be mad at that dude. See that? Hey, because that dude there, I'm like Bernie Mac. Now, I ain't going to hurt nobody. I'm gentle. I'm old. I just want to love everybody.
That's right. Look, we done got old now. Ain't no time for all that.
But I mean, across the world, everybody got cliques, all kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I ain't in the cliques. It is what it is. Ain't gonna make me no difference. I'm still gonna be Joe. That's the only person I know how to be, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, but she said that to me. I said, yeah, it's been like that since I've been back home. Cause people used to say, man, he don't live here no more. He left. What does me leaving have to do with me knowing this dance? Mm-hmm. It's people that never left and still don't know the dance.
That part.
So you know what I'm saying? I mean,
that just part right there.
That don't mean the dance left me. Yeah. What they say, you can take the boy out of the city, but you can't take the city out of the boy.
Sure can't. No sir.
You can't just dance out of me. This inbred. This ingrained, baby.
Part of the fabric, baby. It's the fabric we wove from. You know what it is.
I came up like this. Like they say, I ain't new to this. I grew to this.
Nah.
Okay. But so when it comes to, like I said, teaching is just dealing with everybody. Like I said, I don't get calls. It's cool. I ain't tripping because I like they said, I left. I joined the military. I served my country. I got income. I'm cool.
Right.
I don't mind teaching people, but at the same time, from what I learned and watched, I ain't giving it to you for free. You pay everybody else. I figure you pay me. And I tell people, I guarantee my work off the cut. And I'm going to say it like this here. Some of the people that they call the great ones, they watch my work. Nah. They do my work. Because I'm going to give it to you like this. I'm tooting the horn. Hey,
go on and toot it, man. It's about time. It's about time you toot it. Go ahead and toot it.
Yeah, hey, look at it. When I came home, I seen everybody doing spins and turns. No footwork. Mm-hmm. Spins and turns. Listen to me. Videos don't lie. Videos tell it all. But after we did that Embrace the Dance video, and I showed up with some footwork and stuff, and even when we do new school, I did footwork. Because people used to look at me when I lived in Texas. They'd be like, well, what number you on? Well, how you doing that? How you counting that? What number you on? What is that you doing? I was just dancing. I just took what I knew from my youth, my footwork, and I put it with the new school. I had top and bottom. I was calling it a hybrid. Now I hear other people using that term. So it's like somebody can come up with and explain some things, but if they don't have no validity to their name or not in the right circles or whatever, it don't make no difference if they say it or not. You know what I'm saying? Other people get the credit for it. Hey, but it is what it is. So we trying to make this thing work. So with Nike, let me go back to what Nike. So what Nike was doing, Nike wanted to make sure they got the dance put out right. I put it out right. Matter of fact, I put it out Saturday night. By 8 or 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, Sunday morning, it started taking off. It took off so fast it scared me. I was like, whoa. So I took it down.
I'm gonna say this right quick. That's probably the first time ever in the history of this dance anybody broke it down like that. That's the first time anybody has been able to instruct like that with the proper articulation and actual moves demonstrated the way they was actually done back in the day. I don't believe there's anybody that's ever done that.
No,
now, go ahead.
I'm with you. I ain't never seen it. If they did, I ain't never seen it. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I mentioned that little girl Trina, right? Dog, look, that I started teaching her. She went out and danced with a few people. Man, that little girl named them blew up so big. I was like, God, dog. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even through with her on a lot of things.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, I mean, that's proof of what I know how to do. Is some people asked her who taught her, and she mentioned my name, and their jaws dropped. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. Hey, look, I can teach anybody, male, female, if they let me.
Nah, that part.
Yeah, if they let me, I can give them the game.
Well, you know, Joe, they got an old saying that goes, it's easier to lie to people. Look.
Huh?
No, I said they got an old saying that goes, it's easier to lie to people than it is to prove to people that they've been lied to.
Right. Now, there you go. Watch it. Now, since I mentioned Trina Peep Game, let's talk about this name of this dance. Let's throw that out there real quick. Let's talk about the name of this dance.
Go ahead.
Okay, when I grew up back in the 70s, this dance was called stepping. There was no other name for this dance but stepping.
Period.
Okay? What cued us to the dance floor was a certain music. When we hear a cat walked up to me and asked me and my somebody, what you say, damn around somebody, we knew we about to get on the floor and show out because that's some JBs. When we hit we know what that means.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? When we hit Bobby, I don't know. Bobby Taylor.
And I don't care if it was a club, a basement, a skating rink, it didn't matter.
Now see, this is the thing, right? So all of a sudden the name come up called Man on Man. And we ain't never called it back no Man on Man back in the day. If you'd have said Man on Man back in the 70s, you probably got your head beat in.
Nah.
Because that sounds like some cupcake stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
You ain't finna sell it to us. Especially cats that's thinking they gangsters and hustlers and all that. You talking about some man on man? They not going out like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, I was talking to a girl named Tracy Bibbins, right? And me and her used to talk. And she said, yeah, but Joe, you know, when they JBing, I said, JB, yeah, you know, when y'all used to JB for all the footwork stuff, I was like, man, that's a pretty good name, JBing. And then Sheila, they came up with the get down.
Sheila
they got the get down. So
yeah.
I'm looking at, well, we can call this the JB get down, or we can call this JBing, or JB stepping, or just flat out the get down.
Well, you know they use that JB term for skating as well.
Yeah, because skaters use JB skating.
Yeah.
And it's because of the James Brown music, the same thing we did.
Right.
So we JB stepping. You feel me? And the reason I'm saying that is because when you say man on man, it sounds like it excludes the women from the dance.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, now
because there's some cold sisters out here now.
Yeah, because listen to me. Let me go ahead and say it like I first mentioned. Kathleen Wiggins, aka Lady Taboo, a legend. You had Speedy, you had China Doll, you had Demeter, you had Janice, you had Susu. Now peep game. Nowadays, to let women know that this is not just a man thing. You can get out as well and learn like anybody else. You ain't got to look hard like no dude. You could be feminine. I mean, you do footwork anyway with the new school. And you can get this. Look here. You got Sherry Gordon that can do original. You got Tracy Bivens that can do original. You got Trina can do original. Now, I'm going to say this. Watch this. I'm going to say this like this now because I never mentioned her. I never mentioned her. My prized possession. My prized pupil. My wife.
That's right. And
now,
she can go. I can attest to that.
Now this is the thing. I never mentioned her, one, because she's an introvert. She don't really deal with a lot of people. Crowded rooms kind of make her nervous and all that kind of stuff. So she's one of them type, right? So I don't want to say how cold she is and people never see her dance. And check this out. And not only that, for me to say she's cold, the first thing they're gonna say is, well, she should be. She your wife. She live in the house with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, I know a lot of guys that people say they cold, but their wives can't dance.
Nah, that's true.
I don't know
that
what it
is true. You're right. You're absolutely right.
But now people done seen my wife on stage. So now I can toot her horn. And check this out. That wasn't her best because my wife get migraine headaches. So she was so nervous that she said she ran herself into a migraine headache. So she couldn't really perform like she wanted to. I wasn't trying to outdance her, but people still seen that she can go.
Right.
I tell anybody, man, look here. If my wife was outgoing like me, I'll tell anybody, man, I put money on her. Get your best female and let's go. That's how cold she is. But my thing is, I want to teach a lot of people this dance, male, female. I mean, because see, look, what people don't understand, when you look at the video, when you had Janice and Lil Alfred, they was doing the get down.
Right.
They was JB stepping. That's a male and a female.
But like you said, it was just called stepping back then. We didn't all these extra handles, all this new school and old school. We didn't have all that.
Well, but I understand though, because you have categories now. You have different styles.
Yeah, but those were only put in place because of this contest. I mean, let's keep it 100. It was stepping.
You 100% correct because of the contest. But then at the same time, with the contest, they need to specify categories and styles and let people know what's required of you in that category. That's why when Nike asked me to hook this up, I put what's required of you in this JB get down style of dance. Every category, you should know exactly what's required of you to perform.
Joe,
not just tell me what I can't do. Tell me what I'm supposed to do to receive points or to get a good score. You feel me?
That's right. So Barry Halleck told me to tell you he on the line.
Hey, man, look here. I didn't mention no dudes, but that dude Barry Halleck, he been DJing now. Matter of fact, he's one of he's been under Sam Chapman, man, since the 80s, since the 70s. You feel me?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying is that dude was cold. Him and his partner, Gene. Gene passed away. You know, God rest his soul. Man, look here. Them two, Barry and Gene, man, it was beasts on the float, bro. Matter of fact, I got a video while they old right now with them two dancing together. I'm about to find it so I can put it on Facebook. And they were just going slow and smooth. That's why I tell people you got to move 100 miles an hour. You look at them two guys dancing kind of smooth. You see what the dance is. That's how cold it was. Okay, and look here, Poppy reminded me, because like I said, a lot of times people speak names that they know and from back in the day. Okay, I missed Celeste, and I missed help me out, man.
Well, we got Lisa Alexander. She with Lisa Alexander. Her name came up on here.
What's her name? Hold on. I think
Nene Mitchell. That's what Lloyd said. Nene Mitchell. Like
I said, that's another point. It's women that was getting down back in the day. You know what I'm saying? everybody, all the women couldn't get in the circle. They skill set one like that, but you had women that could step back in the day, and they were doing their thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And did not, and that's one of the things I pointed out during the World's Largest. You know, it's interesting to me how we talk about, you know, whenever we talk about the winners of the World's Largest and names and stuff come up, it's like you hear the guys' names, but you don't hear the women's names a lot of times. And I think it's, you know, that's kind of it's a little off balance. I think that need to be corrected.
Because if basically every time I see it, the guys always out dance the women.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, ladies, let me help you get your, put some fire up under there, man, so you can make these guys back up off y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's
put something on them Ajax won't take off, Jack.
Huh?
I told put something on them Ajax won't take off. Go on and do that thing. Well, you know,
hey, cut them socks.
Here's Joe, is one of the things though, in my mind, that has caused a bit of a problem. And that's why I'm glad that the resurgence of the original style of the dance is coming or happening, because for too long, too many people played this whole, oh, we don't do that, or, you know, that's the old way and that type of thing right there.
The reason they say that is because they couldn't do it. They could never do it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look at, let me say
that's
it.
Right.
Yeah, Josiah, look at, Josiah said it. It ain't that we don't do that. You never could do it.
Right. There it is.
You know
and look, and there it is right there. So now, because of these newer generation, you know, and then they all out here the ones instructing and have basically, you know, dominated in the dance. So now, because they weren't doing it, they made it seem like that wasn't the thing to do, and so many people kind of bypassed it. And I think it's time for it to come, for it to make, you know, for it to be where it belongs in its position in this dance.
Yeah, you got people that can't teach it.
Well, most people can't teach it. Well, you know what? Even a lot of people who claim they got it and can do it can't. So
no, they can't. Oh, I forgot how to do it. How you forget how to do this? Hey, big game. People done said to me, oh man, I used to do it, but I forgot. How you forget this? Listen to me. I left for 30 years. Wasn't no stepping nowhere. Look here, when I left, I even tried to show people how to step. Because when you in the barracks, you know, people from everywhere, they try to show you the dances that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Look here, I tried to grab this dude's hands. He said, nigga, what you doing? I'm trying to show you this. He said, man, that's gay. Grabbing the dude's hand. But they don't know the culture of Chicago. Because it's like this, just like breakdancing. That's two dudes dancing together.
Right.
Only thing it is, they don't have their arms locked while they dance.
That's it.
But dancing against each other. They challenge us. They are dancing together. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Cheryl Russell says, y'all only mentioning the males and females you personally know. There's a lot of cold-blooded steppers that can outstep all the WLSC winners 100. They're stepping for the love of it and not the trophy. We're walking trophy. Cheryl, you are absolutely 100% correct, and I say it all the time. I tell people, you can go to Chicago, and if you just happen to hit the right spot on the right night, you'll see some folks come out and cut a hole in the floor like you ain't never seen before. I say it all the time. Thank you, Cheryl, for making that point.
Now, peep game. I'm with her. Listen to me very carefully. I want her to understand something. I know I can sit here and name all kind of cats from back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? I can hit you with a Womack. I can hit you with a Gene and Barry, Kango Joe, Preston Joe, Aardbar, man, Pickles, the Derby Boys. Man, look here. I was back there. You had guys that stepped in their neighborhood that didn't leave their neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You had guys that stepped everywhere. Everybody didn't go on the scene. A lot of guys stayed in their neighborhoods. Just like guys, some people don't like to travel across the country. You know what I mean?
That's right.
They stay in place. They stay home. They don't do it. You feel me?
That's right.
So, but she's right. You can't mention what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot mention what you don't know.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's one of the main things I say all the time. You got people out here and they regurgitate the same thing.
But see, what women have to understand too, back in the 70s, it wasn't a lot of women getting down with us in those circles.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a lot. It's not saying that women couldn't step. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying guys couldn't step, but everybody didn't get in those circles in those places like the Armory, the Garage, the Hummingbird, East of the Rhine, all that. Wasn't a lot of women wasn't getting in those circles when the guys on the floor showing out. You had certain women would get out there and cut a hole in the floor. They could. Mm-hmm. This is not saying people can't. You know what I mean? And a lot of those people now are old. I'm gonna give you an example. My boy Kango Joe, beast in the game, but he just had knee surgery.
Mm-hmm.
He was cold back in the day. Look here.
That's another thing. Cats is getting old, man.
Yeah, look here. I seen some, and that's what I'm trying to tell people. I don't want this dance to die. Mm-hmm. I want to see the dance go on. So us that know the dance, we got to try to teach it. Mm-hmm. You got a lot of people out here that's getting these contests and stuff, right? Let me tell you about me. I want to teach all the people I can. Make the contest better. Challenge the cats that's always get in there. Because from what I look at, they don't want to teach nobody nothing. Because they want to stay on the mountaintop.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Hey, look here. I'm going to say it like this. We talking about dancing. Now, you feel me? We talking about dancing. Right. I ain't trying to throw no shade on nobody now. I'm talking about dancing. So I'm going to keep it 100 with dancing. You got guys don't want nobody else to be in the contests. They want to stay on the mountaintop. Mm-hmm. They don't want, and see what they don't understand. When you do that, you kill the dance off. Mm-hmm. Let me give you an example. Tie skipping. Man, do you know what tie skipping really was? Mm-hmm. Now look here. I know the flaws that tie skipping had. I understand all that. That dude right there, he died, and the dance died with him.
Man, nah, you just said a mouthful right there, bro.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of us
I've heard it said that Ty Skippy had the most educated feet in the dance.
Man, Ty Skippy dance never changed. It stayed the same. It's so smooth. It's cold. People say he do the same stuff over again. Yeah, but I bet you can't do it.
Nah. You can watch him do it over and over and over, but I bet you can't do it.
And what people understand, there are people that can teach you things, but don't complain about it. Or, you know what I'm saying? Get in where you fit in.
That's right. Which is what happened in the old school. But now let me show you something too. Ambassador Kevin Neville's, DJ Ambassador Kevin Neville's pointed something out to me. One night we were having a discussion about this very thing. And he made a very important point to me, and it didn't even occur to me until he said it. That because you talked about, you know, the women getting in the circle and that type of thing. But he said, you know, you got to remember, man, he was like, you know, back then we all ran in groups. We ran in packs. That's how come we was always at the set together and all the guys got down together like that in the dance. He said because we didn't go nowhere by ourselves. We wasn't rolling dolo like that. You couldn't just ride all over the city by yourself. And I was like, you know, that makes sense.
Now let me say something to you about in the 70s. Sam, is certain places that we went that were straight stepping, right? Mm-hmm. But some places that they did every kind of dance you can think of.
Right.
You knew steppers was take over from the music that was played. Mm-hmm. That was our signal for people to back up off the floor and we take over. Mm-hmm. Because when we went to Chicago State, you still had people doing them down. They used to have back in the 70s, you had people wearing these little t-shirts because they got these little clubs and groups. That's when our house was really starting to come out. And we used to go to Mendel.
Yeah. I remember that. 111th Street.
A lot of girls and a lot of guys in the parties. It wasn't just no party with a bunch of dudes in it.
Right.
They was partying just like but they wasn't stepping. They were just doing the dances, the popular dances that were out. Mm-hmm. It's just that when the steppers got ready to take over, we'll hear that song. We'll hear T Plays It Cool, Dog or Donut. We'll hear one of those songs, and everybody in the party know it's time for y'all to sit down, get out the way, and the steppers is finna take over on the floor.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Now, I understand what Neville said about running in packs, but I mean, everybody was at the parties. Mm-hmm. Everybody was at the parties. It's just that my era, my group of people, there was no teenagers to come behind us to really carry the dance forward.
Well,
because,
the other part of that too, though, Joe, and this is, because you try not to get into pigeonholing steppers, but stepping, and see, this is one of the little subtleties that a lot of people don't understand about the 70s. If you was a stepper, you usually got labeled. You usually got a, kind of some, a little stigma attached to you because you was considered a thug, that kind of thing.
No, see, you got to remember something. The word thug wasn't used like that. The word hoot, we was coming up with.
Yeah, you right. Yeah.
Look at them little hoodlums over there.
Right.
I had women slam doors in my face because they didn't want me to talk to their doors. They talking about my hair look better than theirs.
You see what I'm saying?
Or I'm wearing the tailor-made clothes and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, we were labeled, but see, this is what I'm saying. All the good kids, we kind of ran them away from the dance. I'm gonna tell you, had some squares that could get out back in the day, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't stick around because they got bullied.
Right.
Or got punked. You know what I'm saying? Right. Matter of fact, even that Mendel, let me tell you how Mendel was. Mendel had the gym floor, and Mendel had like about, I think it was like 6-7 stairs, like a little lower level right there in Mendel. When it was getting close time to go, what they would do, they set a DJ up down there, and they would hit the JBs and stuff like that, and all the steppers would go down there, which gave the guys that was, I guess you say, the good boys, time to get up out of there, to go get on the bus and get up out of it to get home. Mm-hmm. So Sam was smart with that. He kept confusion down because he know we'll go down there and start stepping and betting money and doing different things. Mm-hmm. That gave the other kids a chance to get out of there. But we ran them away from the dance, and there was nobody to come behind us to carry the dance on because people started break dancing, pop locking, rapping, and house music.
Right. That definitely changed the game.
Yeah. So the dance, the dance was never underground because it was never above ground.
Yeah. That part.
Okay. It was never underground.
Well, now, you gotta. Then here's the thing: when it comes to our part of, and I say our part because we were the younger generation, but Reggie Miles is always adamant about making sure that people understand that there were different factions of steppers. But see, the overlap in my mind is that you still had people that were focused on the bop. I mean, they bopped all the way up into the late 70s. While you still had the younger generation stepping.
And that's what I understand. Because people try to talk this bop stuff. Now hear me out. Mm-hmm. Uncle Reggie is letting you know that this is where it started with the bop. Then the new bop came. And because the new bop had two hands, where the original bop, you dance with one hand, depends on what side of town you stayed on. Mm-hmm. Kind of sometimes some things get a little game related or neighborhood or whatever it may be.
Right or left, so, baby. Right side for the GD, left side for the 5, for right under the 5. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Uncle Reggie is letting you know, okay, this is where it started. He's supposed to be a historian on that because if that's the part. People destroy history. Some people, you say, why he always talking about that? Because you need to know where it started at.
Right.
And see, like, when they say people bopped all the way to the late 70s and even early 80s, of course. But we didn't hang out with them. Those was grown folks.
Right, exactly.
That's our stepping that people keep misunderstanding. We were kids in the 70s stepping. Didn't know adults come to our parties.
Right.
The people that I grew up with didn't start running to them adults until they started hanging out in the places where those adults hung out at. Because, man,
that was mostly in the early 80s.
Yeah, in the early 80s. Like I say, I'm 20 in 1980. I turned 20 in 1980, but I left and went to the military. But all my boys now, they going to the club and hanging out with the grown folk. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that changed. Matter of fact, that's why, like, the dungeon and a lot of those places died out because the teenagers were gone. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Susu Watson say you dead on point.
Yeah. So try to get people to understand that. It's like I say, when people talk about stepping, you ain't trying to leave nobody out. But time don't permit for you to mention every name that you know, because I know a lot of names.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I can name all kind of folks that was cold. But people have a tendency to mention certain names, and I'm gonna tell you why they do that. Because they're only going off what they heard somebody say because they don't know those people.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They never even seen those people. When you say, now watch this. One of the coldest to ever do it was Lil Mike. You with me?
Right.
But how can you speak on that if you never seen Lil Mike dance?
Right. You got a lot of people who
speak on it. You going off what somebody said. I'm not going off what somebody said. I seen him.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I'm not going off what I heard. I'm going off what I know. But a lot of people are speaking on this dance from what somebody done said to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's right. You're absolutely
now, don't
correct.
get me wrong. It's good to get good history, but don't say it like you were actually there or you saw him.
Mm-hmm.
You should say something like, if somebody taught it to you, you should say something like, yeah, I was sitting down talking to Kim Bowie, and Kim Bowie was explaining Lil Mike to me.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Or I was talking to Super Dave, and I met him. He lived out in California. He was explaining some things to me about Lil Mike, right?
Super Dave on the line too. What's up, man?
Yeah. But don't say, you know what I'm saying? But don't say it like you actually saw these people or you knew them.
By the way, Joe, it's Super Dave's birthday, man. He just celebrated a birthday, man. So happy birthday.
Hey, Soup, homeboy, my dog. Hey, man.
Him and Sweet Carolyn, they just had an anniversary too. So yeah.
Hey, happy birthday and happy anniversary, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that boy used to get down there. It's a video floating around.
He still get out. Don't play no games.
hey, with Super Dave being nice, silky, smooth, putting in work, boy.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You understand? Them cats from the 70s, man, doing their thing, man. We scattered across the country.
That's what.
But you know, thank God we still around. Now, Brian, listen, I need you. Talk to me, man. Ask me some questions on some things, man. I need you to talk to me.
You doing a fantastic job, bro. Because everything I'm gonna touch, you already covering. So you know we doing.
I need a little help. You know what I'm saying?
Ahead of the game, baby.
I'm trying to.
Okay, so Joe, moving forward, would you say that it's gonna, because you touched on this, would you say that it's gonna be a better idea if we kind of realign our terminology in terms of this dance as part of the instruction moving forward?
Yes. People don't understand name association, number association make you remember things better.
Mm-hmm.
When you can put a label to something, when they say it, you know exactly what it is. I'm going to give you an example from the original. If I say London Bridges, everybody know to throw their hands up to the top and bring them down.
Right.
Things had names. When you teach people different dance moves and you put a name to it, all you got to do is say the name and they'll know exactly what to do.
Right.
Once you taught them that. So terminology, not just on the name of dance moves, but terminology in teaching need to be rectified. And here you go. All these 975 million instructors, right? Now listen to me. First of all, why is all these folks calling themselves instructors? Let me and hear me out. You call yourself an instructor because you done learned somebody done taught you how to do a couple of combinations or a combination that you didn't get right.
Mm-hmm.
But you took it back to your people and you halfway showed it to them. Check this out.
With no explanation.
They try to do it on the dance floor and then they get talked about. That's your fault.
Ooh-wee.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I understand people in different cities, they want to dance. Listen to me. Watch this. I understand people that brought people into their cities and they feel that they didn't get exactly what they paid for. I understand all that.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to try to find liable sources that can give you actually what you need to be successful in your city. A lot of cases, you got people going around and what they're doing, they trying to build brands.
Well, I'm getting ready to look. Hold on. Right, I'm going to put a bookmark right there right quick, and we're going to get back on that brand part. Let me throw this in there for my audience.
Okay.
I'm letting everybody know We are working on a project here at Inside Stepping that will allow everyone, when you want to know where you need to be going, we got something for you. Moving forward, y'all stay on the lookout for that. Now, let's talk about these people building these brands and people throwing events and why. I have no idea, but go ahead, because you already know where we're going with this one.
Okay, now, speaking of building brands, listen to me. You shouldn't have to build a brand. A brand should be automatically, I guess, made from the work that you do. The brand don't come first.
So you saying they put the horse before the cart?
Yeah.
Or the
You
cart
know, you
before
got
the
people
horse.
trying to build a brand. You ain't trying to build stepping. You trying to build a brand for yourself and make a name for yourself. But you ain't building the people.
So they need to build the people first, build the community,
if you
then build the brand.
If you get a reputation, if you get a reputation for teaching people good and they're learning, you gonna automatically become a brand.
Automatically.
Because people gonna come to you automatically.
That's right.
And people have built brands off just word of mouth and flyers. It's like when you see a bunch of people on flyers all the time, you say, well, they got to be the best of the best because they always on somebody's flyer. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and people.
I wonder, do people understand though that if we spent more time, this is playing directly to what you're saying. If we spent more time building the community, as Linda Taylor just stated, right, build the community. If we spent more time building the community and building the people around us and building the dance to a point where there's so many of us that we can actually attend all of these parties that's being given every single weekend throughout the entire year.
Right. But you know what? Since we on here, let me mention two things. Events. I remember time when I first came back, like 2003, 2004, right? You had maybe 5 major events across the country.
Right.
You had the White Party in Detroit. You had the Heritage Ball. What was the name of the party that was on the east on the West Coast?
Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights is new. What?
Yeah, had that, and then you had Pete Frazier's White Party, and you had the world largest weekend and stuff, right?
Right.
So it was easy to make plans, to hit these places.
Right, because you knew you only had a couple to go to, and you picked and choose between
it's almost an event every weekend.
Yeah. It was a turkey trot you thinking about, not that. That was Tony Hearn.
Okay, yeah. But what I'm saying is, it's like an event every weekend. It's somebody throwing an event every weekend, but here you go, watch this. It's not enough people for all these events.
Right.
It's not.
You're right.
And then people get upset when you can't get to their event. I guess they forgot about inflation now.
Ooh, man, what you said.
And the airlines.
Bruh.
And gas.
There are so many events that me and my wife want to attend. Man, you preaching, boy. There's so many events we want to attend right now. We ain't going to be able to do it.
So you got to pick and choose. That's why I look at people. If you built your communities for the dance, you can invite everybody to it, but you don't have to depend on it because your communities will take care of itself.
Man, woo. Now, that's crazy because you got people literally, and I've seen this happen, who give parties in their own city, and the only folks that show and the people that's there is all from out of town. Ain't none of them local.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with that picture.
And that's because they're not growing the dance. Here you go. Here's a subject. Since we mentioned the subjects,
go on.
Let's talk about the music.
Whew. Now you about to open a can of worms. Let's go.
I got you. Listen to me. But I'm on everybody's side. And let me explain what I mean. Because listen to me. Like I said, I left home in 1980. Wasn't no stepping nowhere.
Right.
I became a hip-hop junkie. Baggy jeans and Timbs, the works, man. I was in the game. I stayed in the club.
Right.
I love music, period. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But everything ain't a stepping song.
Nah.
Okay?
That's right.
Now, people game. We have a lot of people now saying, we tired of the old music. Let me say this first. The old music is what drew you to this dance.
Without it, you wasn't there.
When you came in. Hold on. I don't want nobody to get upset. Get their boxes or panties in the box.
Let them get upset. The truth, some painful shit.
I'm not telling you not to get upset, but let me get it straight. So let's look at it like this. Let's say you have classic stepping music, right?
Right.
You got hip hop stepping music.
Right.
You got blue-eyed soul stepping music.
That's right. You got rock and roll stepping music.
Stepping music. Listen, watch this. You even got some reggae stepping music.
Yes, you do.
Now, don't ever get mad at the music. Get mad at the DJ.
Who you get mad at, Joe?
Get mad at the DJ.
Woo, say that. Say that.
Because the DJ, look here. What did Eric B? Hey, I mean, even Eric B used to say, because I like to move the crowd.
That's right.
The DJ is supposed to move the crowd. Now watch this. When you talk about the old music, peep game. I'm an old head. I don't want to hear all the old music all the time.
That's right.
Why? Because there's too much music out there to hear.
Man.
I mean, you can make, look here, all the music out here, for every time you DJ, you can make different playlists and not play the same playlist that you play.
You ain't got to play the same. Listen, Joe, I got so much music, bro. Let me tell you something. I could play 3-hour sets and never play the same song and still make it jump.
And then you like, so when you go to Chicago, what people gotta understand though, when you go to Chicago, that's the Mecca. So you got, now listen to me, you got guys in their late 60s and 70s at parties. But when they come to a party, they come in like 7 o'clock. By 11 o'clock, they going to the house. That's right. Stuff the DJs need to pay attention to. So you can cater to everybody in there.
Absolutely. But now see, it's the DJ's job and it's his responsibility. Yeah. DJ Be Real in the building. To watch his floor, to pay attention to who's in the room. He needs to know who's there. He need to know if somebody walk in and their favorite song, he need to bust that. He need to know if it's a younger crowd or older crowd, and if they all steppers, you need to know what to play for these people. It's the DJ's job not to keep this music being redundant and pissing people off.
It's people blaming it. Don't blame the music, blame the DJ. And see, and here's an example. You might play Far Zone, which is an old school song.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna need you to go over here and grab Bobby Valentino and play Slow Down.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right. Maybe
hit Mariah Carey, Baby If You Give It To Me. But see, what people gotta understand, there is no actual new stepping music. And I'm gonna say it like this. If a song is over 20 years old, it's a classic.
Old. That's right.
It's old. If you say music from 2000, you're doing the same thing the people that's 65 and 70 doing.
That's right.
You want to hear music that take you someplace. And you are not wrong for that. But it's not the music's fault. It is the DJs that play the music's fault.
That's right. You're absolutely correct.
If you're a DJ, you need to be able to play everything that's out there. Look here, if you go to if it's a stepping set, and most of the crowd is in their late 30s and early 40s,
mm-hmm.
You need to play some music that they want to get on the floor and show out on.
Play music that they relate to.
Yeah, but listen to me. We want stepping music. Don't try to take a hip hop song
and turn it into a stepping song.
Behind it and say that's a stepping song.
No, see, I'm glad you brought that up. Let's talk about the vibe that is stepping music. Every R&B song is not a stepping song. Every a lot of people, I think, and it's unfortunate to me, and don't get it twisted, because I'm a new DJ myself in respect to the time that a lot of these stepping DJs got in, right? But it's certain things that I understand about the music. Why? Because I came up with it. I'm part of that fabric. So it's easy for me by default. I know what to play.
Right.
But it's tripped out to me to see so many DJs, just like there's so many instructors out here who are super confident. They come in the game, I know what I'm doing, but they can't even speak on what me and you are talking about right now. They cannot speak on the music, not really, because they don't even know it. They can't speak on the cultural history of the dance to even understand what it is that they teaching thus far. And that's where the disconnect ends up coming in, and we got to be real careful about that.
Keep talking, Brian. I'm listening to everything. Hey, yeah. Brian, check this. He go the folks right here, man.
Oh, you in the building.
Everybody say, hey.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Hey, Charles at the bar. Hey, look here. They too loud. I gotta go back outside.
Yeah. Josiah, Sheila White wants to know what your Cash App is. She has a love offering for you, my brother.
Okay. Wait, tell her, look here.
Joe ain't even got no damn cash.
We're going to get in with that love offering. Hey, but B, listen to me, man. I got so much of this dance in me. I need to share it, bro. I can't take it with me.
But here's the thing, man. Joe, we gonna make it possible, okay?
Yeah, we gonna work on it.
I'm with you. You know I've been with you. We gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off. Chicago Vocational for life, you dig?
4L,
look at
baby.
Here. C4L. Now, but look, here go the thing. We're gonna make that work. Like I said, and I'm gonna say it again to my audience and to you. We're working on some things over here at Inside Steppin' that is going to change the way things are done in the stepping world. Please believe it. It's coming. We're going to make it happen. And the reason we're going to make it happen is because I personally, I'm not going to lie to you, I am worn out. I'm tired. I'm tired of all of the confusion. I'm tired of all of the grifters. I'm tired of all of the people who don't understand what it is that they think they do. I'm tired. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make it so that people who genuinely want this dance, and of course you a part of that, Joe, because we already talked about it. The people who want this dance, we're going to make it possible for them to get it the right way. Not all this other confusion and nonsense and don't get it twisted. We ain't trying to tell nobody what to do or how to do it. All we get ready to do is offer an option. That option will speak for itself, and it will pay off in dividends down the road.
Yeah. Some people operate better in confusion.
Yes, that's true.
But some people don't want things straightened out, because if things get straightened out, they may lose their position or place.
That's right.
That ain't what we want. We want everybody to be happy in this dance, man, but we want everybody to be able to dance. I like to see more people, that can challenge people in the dance. That's what I'm going to tell you something. If I had a class full of guys, man, oh man, I challenge them every day, man. We'll have a little contest in the class.
Well, one of the things that I look forward to with Texas Heat. Here we are coming up this weekend. Y'all, we're going to be in Houston, Texas this weekend for Texas Heat, another Steppers competition hosted by Nike and Crystal Carmen. It is going to be off the chain. But one of the things that I enjoy about this particular contest, this is only its second year. The first year was phenomenal. Y'all can watch it on YouTube. Go to Inside Steppin'. You can see Texas Heat from 2021. Texas Heat 2022 is going to be great. But what I love about his contest is that we get to see people that you would not otherwise see step in competition with each other.
Yeah, and not only that, what I like about what Nike is doing, Nike is opening the door for other people other than the same people that get in the World Origins all the time.
Yes, absolutely.
And understand what I'm saying. To people, a lot of people don't get in the contest because they're intimidated.
Right.
To get on stage with certain people. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Tick is one of the great ones. Tick one of the great ones. So some people get kind of, I don't want to dance against Tick.
Right.
Or others in the competition. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You got Drew out there. You got Doc out there. You see these guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get in the contest. Well, Nike is kind of changing the dynamics of it.
Absolutely. He's definitely giving it a different twist.
And different people. Because last year, I seen people in that contest that I never saw in the World Largest competition.
Right. And that's exactly my point.
And that's a good
I
thing.
thoroughly enjoyed that.
More people. Yeah, it draws more people to the dance. You know what I'm saying?
I agree 100%. 150%. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. And that's it's important that that things move in a more positive direction, you know what I'm saying, so that we can get more done this way. Dennis Moore, you say come to the West Coast. I don't know, Joe, you going to the West Coast? They want you on the West Coast. Dennis, Inside Stepping will be at Harlem Nights, you guys. So y'all get ready for that. Inside Stepping will be broadcasting live from Harlem Nights on the Saturday night event. So y'all be looking for that coming up next month.
Yeah, like I'm.
They want you out there though, Joe. They want you out in L.A., man. You got to get out there. Harlem Nights is in Long Beach, but we'll be.
Hey, in the words of Burning Man, call me. Talk to me.
Hey,
bring
listen,
me on out there. Let's go to work. Let's do
if
something.
they want this dance, baby, I'm trying to tell you.
But that is on a serious note. Listen to me very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to do a workshop. You feel me?
Right.
You know, me and you done had these conversations before.
That's right.
Workshops, they cool. Workshops are built for people that have a good foundation. That's when you take somebody like Tick, somebody like Drew, and you go to them and say, give me something to add to what I got.
Right.
But most of the people that go to the workshops are like beginners.
Mm-hmm.
And they instructors, we back to that instructor thing, and they instructors don't give them a good foundation.
Well, that goes back to all of these 10,985 instructors.
And see what these guys call themselves instructors, what they doing, you're damaging the people that you teach. Because listen to me, you teach them I'm gonna say it like this here, a jigsaw puzzle dance.
Giving them a piece here and a piece there with a bunch of missing spots.
You can't see what the full picture is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get them out here and they go places, and then they lack confidence because people whisper and talk about what they doing on the dance floor.
That part.
So what people have a tendency to do is I don't want to dance, or they lead a dance. But
I've seen a lot of people walk away from this dance because of similar things. Yeah.
And then that guys talking about, well, I got free classes. You got free what? You don't know enough to be given a class anyway.
That part.
You said, hey, you're not helping nobody. You're doing more damage to the dance. Yeah. You trying to give away for free what you don't even know how to do yourself.
Boy, you preaching right now, bro. Listen, we got a question from we got a question from the audience. Tracy Bivens, she said, "Who is Josiah's favorite stepper, and who is your mentor?"
Okay, for me, let's watch this. On original stepping, mine was Ty Skippy, Womack, and Sarge. Those are the three main guys back in the day that I learned original stepping from. And those guys like Sarge, Ty Skippy used to tell me, because I can do anything Ty Skippy do, but Ty used to tell me all the time. He said, man, look, don't do it like me. I'm showing you the moves, but don't do them like I do them. He said, create your own style. Right. And that's what I did, dealing with Womack and Sarge. Now, hold up. New school, Donnie Davis. Let me say Donnie first.
Absolutely.
Look here, Donnie grabbed me. Matter of fact, you know how Donnie been in class, how he glide over there to where you at? He grabbed me and put me in the game in the dance, right? And then I was at the crib and Tony Dow, man, on the new school tip. Tony Dow grabbed me and showed me some new school stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And old Jock Sanders. So I don't have one, but those are the 6 prominent guys.
Okay.
That I learned old and new school from.
Okay, so we got another question. Katrina Clean-Scale says, what advice do you have for intermediate female dancers trying to learn? I would like to find females who would be willing to teach.
Females that'll be willing to teach. Okay, here you go. Let's say this first. That intermediate thing. I don't understand, kind of like, you got intermediate and advanced. But see, this is the thing with women, what they not understanding. You don't lead the dance. So what makes you look good,
teach.
You can have a woman that's kind of a beginner, but her lead can make her look like she's intermediate. And an intermediate stepper dance with a guy can look like she's advanced. The biggest thing is for you to understand the dance that you have to be solid in your own dance. But there are women that can teach you. You know what I'm saying? There are women. So she want to know women that can teach her. Is that what she asking?
Yeah.
Where she live at?
Chicago.
Huh? She in the middle.
Yeah, she lives in Chicago. If I'm correct, correct me if I'm wrong, Katrina, but yeah, she's a Chicagoan.
She live in Chicago right now.
Yeah.
Ask questions.
She just need to be in the spot.
Okay, check this out. This what she need. You got the only woman in Chicago that I know that's really teaching is Sharnice.
Yeah.
That's the only
that's serious about the game.
Yeah, the biggest mama. And she act like she your mama when she teaching you anyway.
Right.
But that's the only woman I know.
But you gonna get it though.
Man, hey, I be thinking sometimes she gonna go outside and pull a switch off the tree.
I want to say Lady Margaret is instructing and Vicky Henning.
Okay, yeah. I don't know if they got classes. I mean, I know they can instruct, but I don't know where they doing it at. You see what I'm saying? But if you live in Chicago, it should be easy for you to get this game. I'm like this here. Anybody live in Chicago, you should be cold. That's the Mecca.
I agree. You
if
do
you
it
live
every
in the
night
Mecca,
of the week. Every night of the week.
Yeah, I mean you can step every day of the week. But see, a lot of times too, when people talk to you about your dance, a woman is not leading the dance, bro.
Hold on. One of the my girl Cheryl say a lot of these new male steppers are learning from women instructors and starting off on the women's lead versus the men's lead.
Okay, first of all, let's get something straight. It was a money thing when they said the female left foot lead and the male's right foot lead.
Right.
Okay. The right foot lead don't do nothing but allow you to mirror the woman's movement. That's all it do. The original basic for everybody was the left foot lead. It's called a double lead. Usually when a guy is giving you moves and turns, he's not doing either one. Now, if you think I'm lying, just look at videos. You don't see no guys doing a right foot lead or a left foot lead when they're giving you spins and turns. Most of them standing still.
That's true.
Okay.
From what I can tell, yeah. Because some of them stand too damn still.
You know what I'm saying? So now, I'm one of them people. A lot of times for me, it's hard enough to see guys teach women. I mean, it's hard enough to see guys teach guys because they're not doing a good job with them. And then you got women trying to teach them. It seems like the women trying to teach guys more what they need to feel. More than what they need to understand.
I see you, Sheila Watkins. The get down is real. I expect to see you in Houston this weekend, young lady. I don't want to hear no excuses.
Yeah. That get down is real. You know what I'm saying? Let it down.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so yeah, and you know, and everything that you're saying, Joe. And this is the thing, man. You know, it's crazy to me how so much gets lost along the way, and over time has become lost, and has been manipulated and whitewashed and changed and all this sort of thing. And I'm really, like I was saying earlier, I'm burnt on all of this, man. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that I had an audience who depended, and I don't want to use that in a dependency kind of way, but for lack of a better word, an audience that is gracious, that is happy that we're able to convey the information that we do to try and help people in their dance. If I didn't have so many people who approached me in public and say straight up, you kept me in this dance just by the things that you enlightened me on, I promise you, bro, I would put this thing down, and because it gets hard because the stuff that you see is so wrong, and you can't control people. People gonna do what they want to do.
You know told people, man, but what you doing, man, it helps stepping. You look here. You try to get facts and put facts together.
Absolutely, that's the only thing I'm gonna put out there.
Stepping community is informed and enlightened on whatever's out there. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's good or bad. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So you got to show that we actually need, bro.
Well, I appreciate that, and that if it wasn't for the fact that people let me know that from one coast to the other when I go out here, bruh, I mean, cause it's almost like, you know, you don't want to give up on this. I don't want to give up on this, but truth be told, man, it's so many people that are misinformed. And I think the part that bothers me the most is the people that are doing providing the misinformation, and some of them are doing it deliberately. And it's like, do you not have any respect for this at all? Like, really, why are you even here? Why are you doing this if you don't? At
the same time, go with you on this. I'm gonna say it like this here. Not just they giving erroneous information or they trying. A lot of them that people think they know, those people don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they going off what they heard. They telling people what they heard somebody else say.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, it's like if you popular or whatever the case may be, whatever you say, that's what people go with. And then when somebody else say something, they be like, no, that ain't right. That ain't right. But then when you do it, it don't come out right. Then you come out, well, wait a minute. Well, how do you do this? Why you want to know? You want to know now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, the bad part is the dance need to be reeled in, just like you said, what you trying to build, so we can get some. See, I tell people like this here. It's the instructors in these cities. Mm-hmm. If you guys get a good foundation and learn exactly what it is that you need to teach your people to give them a good foundation, you be batting 1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you something. I wish I lived in a regular city, not a military town. I wish I lived in a regular city. People say, why don't you move to one? Because my benefits work very well in the military town.
Hey, you got to live first, Jack.
I got to live first. You know what I'm saying? I ain't making no living off no stepping.
Game.
I mean, look at, if I walked away from stepping right now, I'm cool.
You know what I mean? Well, I mean, let's face it, man. It wouldn't matter anyway. If anybody walked away from stepping, whatever they got is where they gonna be. Because the stepping ain't getting ready to it ain't getting ready to make you rich, bro. I done told people that I don't know what they thinking. It definitely ain't making me rich. Hell, I done spent more money. You did.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Is some people didn't have a life before stepping.
Nah, that's true.
And I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. Some people say stepping say their life. Mm-hmm. They do. Some people was kind of like feeling down, depressed, and all
it's
kind
true.
of stuff.
It's true, bro. I got some story. Matter of fact, I'm working on another project with Angie Fain. Bro, it's some stories out here, bro. Let me tell you, man. I really don't think people understand the depth of what you're saying right now.
You know, sometimes, though, some people done got in and got the big head, because I'm going to give you an example. Some people were just regular people living in the city, going to work and going home, going to work and going home. Maybe go on vacation every now and again. Maybe go out every now and then and go home, go to work, go home. Boy, they done got in stepping. They done learned how to dance. People pay attention to them. They got popularity. Now they walk around with their chest swole out, or women flicking their hair however you want to do it, and they somebody not. If you took that away from them, ooh-wee.
Oh, well, we saw, look, during COVID, a whole lot of folks, man. And the funny thing is, it was people still literally teaching classes and going out stepping. It was some underground, a whole lot of underground stuff going on. Man, it's like you said, though, without this dance, some of these folks, man, might as well just go lay down. They might as well dig a hole.
But see, and the reason I said what I say, I mean, I can walk away from it because I can never walk away from it, if you understand what I'm saying.
You can't walk away because it's part of you, period.
I mean, it's wherever I go, stepping is there. I mean, I can dance with my wife. I mean, I always got it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
But I mean, it's a great thing. You want to see people have fun with it. You want to see them be successful in the dance on the floor. You want people to go to parties and have a good time. We don't want you to quit. We want you to continue to dance. We want you to be successful. We want you to have fun. Man, look here. This is the only ballroom type of dance that's not recognized by the world.
Right. Couples partner dance. That is global, but not recognized.
Right. It's out there, but it's not recognized by the dance community outside of steppers. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But it's a completely black owned dance.
Black owned and
This
operated.
this dance this dance has soul. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This dance got swag in it. I've
Absolutely.
seen those other dances. I'm not gonna mention them because I don't want anybody to say that I'm fronting on their dance, and I'm not. I like to watch because I try some different dances. I like them, but I don't want to do them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Don't have the swag that Chicago stepping had. But man, we need to try
No.
to figure out a way to get this dance on the right page to get it
Oh, I
recognized
got
by
it
the
figured out. I got it figured out. Y'all just got to bear with me. The same way we have grown inside stepping, we about to grow another tentacle to this octopus, and we're going to change the game. And that is my vow to the people out there who want a better situation to operate under without all of the clouds of BS and politics and nonsense. I'm getting ready to put that into full effect. Y'all just stay tuned for that. It's coming. And we're going to make sure it come down. And again, ain't nobody got to do nothing with it. Because just like I say all the time, stepping don't need none of us. Stepping going to be stepping when we gone.
Hey, if people walk away from stepping, it's still going to be in Chicago.
It ain't going nowhere.
Chicago. Look, if people never joined it, it was in Chicago.
It's in the water. It's in the roots,
yeah,
baby.
It's in everything in Chicago. The dance is there, but we like the world to be. We like to share it with the world.
That's right.
We just want to make sure we can give it to them the right way so the dance can be recognized.
And try and eliminate as much of the outside disrespect, because the only people that seem to be disrespecting this dance and got a problem with what we doing and the music and all this other stuff ain't none of them from Chicago. So there's that part.
Oh, of course. See, the thing of it is, hold up, since you said that, we love it that people that's not from Chicago have embraced this dance and love it. We do. But don't come here trying to change our culture to make it fit you. Right. Listen, just like I said earlier, I became a hip-hop junkie. But I would never mix the two together because they two different things. They're just like, I don't see nobody going to no salsa clubs telling them we don't like the music that you playing. I don't see nobody going to no other dance, swing, two-step, whatever, and trying to tell them to change what they do. Why people want to take step and you want to change it?
That's right. It don't need change.
Either
get into the fold or go do something else.
If you don't like it, go find something else to do. Go find another dance.
Simple as that. Now I'm getting ready to. I want to address. Go ahead.
Hey, if you feel hip hop, just go to a couple of hip hop clubs. If you feel like you want to go to the strip club, go to the strip club. Let's step and say stepping.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
I gotta address this comment right here. Now, this is something that you and I have discussed in the past, and I'm getting ready to Linda Taylor address your comment. Her comment, Joe, is Angie Fain had an idea to have stepping instructors certified. Hold on, Joe. Now, let me give you a little fun fact, Linda Taylor. The only person who is legally in a position to certify a stepping instructor is on my live right now. Now, this is not a guess. This is not a speculation. This is not me making up nothing. This is not me big upping my guess. But if you go to the Library of Congress right now and you look up the only person whose name is going to show up in regard to stepping, you're looking at him right now on the screen. What's going on?
Yeah, just a couple of people for that was in the class of mine. They was in there doing
Joe, dance. I want you to quickly elaborate on that part of what I just said in regard to certification of the dance and how that's actually a thing. Because what people don't really understand about stepping is that by it not having ever been documented the way my guest has documented the dance, there was no way for it to ever be recognized as a certifiable genre of dance. It is now. But because my guest is not one of those people that's out here trying to be on some, I did this and I did that, and you can't do this and you can't do that. It's about preservation of the dance for our community and our culture so that no one else can co-opt what we created. Joe, go ahead and elaborate on that for me.
Yeah, I mean, I had studied dance and found out. That's why I mentioned the thing about our dance is not recognized, because no dance studios that do, like, when I say two types of ballroom, urban ballroom and ballroom. Urban ballroom is more so what black people do. Ballroom is more so what the other ethnicities do, that consist of the tango, the waltz, and different little dances all combined in there. I dealt with those schools, ballet schools, everybody. Nobody recognized, and I asked them, how can we position ourselves to certify? They said we can't because nobody understands it, nobody know anything about it. They said, and I said, well, what we need to do to be able to certify people, and what I'd already had the stuff wrote down. I just needed confirmation on different things that people were explaining and saying to me, and saying to me. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so she said, and it wasn't just her, but I talked to instructors from studios, from professional dance instructors across the country. They said you would have to format, standardize, and certify the dance. And they said whoever does that, or whatever group does that, will have the ability to be able to certify people, because that will make them the subject matter experts for the dance. So I had already done that before I started trying to get the information. I was just trying to make sure that I was on the right track. So I used to hear all the time, we're going to let somebody steal our dance, we're going to let somebody take our dance, we're going to let somebody get our dance. So at the same time, I figured out nobody did it. So I went on and standardized our dance and put it in the Library of Congress. Now the dance, I can say I have the rights to it, but the dance belongs to Chicago.
Boom. Y'all heard that? No self-service here.
You know what I'm saying? Now nobody can take this dance because the dance belongs to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So I have a certification, but see, this is the thing. And people, I guess, some people know it, but it's almost like, I guess it kind of upset some people that I was the one to do it.
You know what upsets some people.
Yeah. So some people, I guess, got upset because they didn't do it first. Because, I mean, the truth be told, I could try to work this and try to make a gold mine off of it. But that wasn't the purpose of me to do it. I want to see people get certified. I have a certification because I put it together like a college course. And within it, it has history, music, and all that stuff that an instructor need to know. Why would you call yourself an instructor if you don't know the history of what you are teaching?
There it is.
You don't have a curriculum on what to teach or know what a curriculum is. People say, I got a curriculum. But soon as you say, okay, what's your curriculum? They can't explain it.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Or left turn, or right turn.
The lack
of
the ability to articulate this dance.
Or
now,
the 8 count.
And proof of what you saying. Proof of what you saying is the 3 videos you put up this weekend as a demonstrative act for this upcoming Texas Heat, which basically ended up looking like straight tutorials. But they were concise, articulate, accurate depictions and explanations of what the dance is supposed to be.
And that was just the original. That wasn't the new school. That was the original. I copyrighted the original dance as well as the new school.
See? So
you had to get all facets. I was trying to get Uncle Reggie, since he was a bopper, to do the new school, to do the bop, square that away. Because he was telling me about it. I said, you don't want to do it because I was never a bopper.
Now, Jamila Salim says, Brian and Old School Joe, what happened to the dance being fun? Why so many politics in it? Where did it go off the rails? I'm new to it, and this wasn't what I expected. Surprise. when the money got involved. It's as
I was
simple
gonna
as
say,
that.
like JJ say, when the money
Follow the money, baby.
came into play. That's when the fun went out. Hey, you know, when money comes in, it changes everything.
Always. Friendships.
Hey, look at watch this. This is what the Bible say. The love
of money.
The love of money is the root of all evil. Mm-hmm. And man, money making people turn on each other, stab people in the back, all that kind of stuff. The OJ's even said it.
Yep.
Steal from your own brothers, all that. That's when the dance stopped being fun. But y'all got to understand, you got to stop letting people steal your joy in this dance.
Yep.
You got to find the right people that can help you so you can stay focused, have fun, and not worry about all the other stuff.
That's it.
Because I know you got some guys out here when they dance with women. What are you doing? You ain't doing that right. Blah, blah. Well, I mean, you the lead. Then make her do it right. Take her where you want her to go.
Yeah. Well,
you in the wrong place. If she in the wrong place, then you put her in the wrong place.
Nah, that's the part the lead don't understand. You know what? Somebody actually did that to Poppy one time at a set, and she came back to me and he said I was in the wrong place. I said, well, he put you where you was at, right? Well, yeah, exactly. Listen, that's a whole other rabbit hole.
Hey, Brian, but that point you just made right there. See, this is the point.
I told him, don't ever let nobody talk to you like that again on the dance floor. If tell you where you tell him you put me here.
Yeah, and see, and that's what they're not teaching guys how to lead the dance. Mm-hmm. You teach the guy how to do a basic step, and then you try to give him combinations. That's not the dance.
Well, see, somebody got to show people what the dance actually is. You have the ability, and we're gonna listen. I'm telling y'all now out here in inside stepping land.
I want to try to. Somebody was trying to explain to me how to do a YouTube channel and charge people for each segment and I was gonna put new school stuff, old school stuff, and break them in smaller segments and teach people what they need to know. I would love to have. And whoever asks these questions, about certification, I would love to certify some training. Listen to me, and now watch what I say now. Not only do I have the ability to certify you, but the curriculum that I'm certifying you with is in the Library of Congress. And then you get a certified seal, certificate from the certification that's in the Library of Congress.
And what's even better about what you giving them with certification, they gonna actually know how to do the actual dance.
I'm not look here. If I was trying to be funny, I could just tell people, yeah, come get a certification. You know, I'm charging you this and just give you some. No. You got to take this course. I need you to know what you're doing. You're not finna say that
if it's gonna have the stamp, if it's gonna have your stamp on it, he need to know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, when people see you got that certification, they gonna know. Okay, I'm good. I'm gonna get everything I need.
And the proof that everything he's saying is accurate is gonna be in the dance itself. When you see the people who got that certification do what they do, then you gonna know it ain't no lie.
I don't have a lot of students, but everybody that I taught hold their own. I mean, okay, watch this. The original, old school. I need to get my hands on Tracy Bibbins. I started showing her some stuff.
You hear that, Tracy?
I look here. I ain't finished with Tracy. We ain't through. I'm trying to get Tracy all of it. I got Trina. She's getting it. If I don't know what I'm doing, then people don't know what they're seeing.
Hold on. Now check this out. I want to clarify. Now, Trina ain't even been dancing a year.
No.
I ain't seen nobody. Matter of fact, last time I was home, a few weeks ago for the world's largest, I seen Trina in Heroes on Sunday night in the middle of the get down with Scorpio and the rest of them. She ain't been dancing 9 months.
Hold on, wait a minute. Before you say that, let's go simpler.
Now, what that tell you?
No, let's go simpler than that. Look here. I'm really the only one that taught her original. Listen, I only had 4 meetings with her.
Damn.
4.
See?
Now, she been on the dance not less than a year, but I only had 4 meetings with her on the original dance. Now, listen, granted, she was a skater before.
Okay.
Okay, she know how to dance, so it was easy for me to teach her the things that she needed to do in this dance. But you still have to be taught, because when I first met her, she had no inkling on anything. Mm-hmm. Now she know what she's looking at and what she needs to do and respond to what people that she's dancing with.
That's right.
So all I'm saying is, again, I'm gonna toot my horn. I make this dance, lay down, play dead, and fetch the morning paper.
Nah.
And go get you a cup of coffee if you need it.
That part.
I ain't new to this. I go to this. And matter of fact, if people think I'm lying, man, come see me. And look here, and I tell you like this here. If I can't give you what I say I give you, put me on blast and call me a liar.
Nah. That's what you call proof and truth. Y'all got that right here on Inside Stepping. You heard it here first.
I'm now. Ain't nobody else gonna toot my horn, because I don't think people want you to come to me. So I'm gonna say it like this here. You gotta find out for yourself. People can say, "Oh, I got a bad reputation. I don't know how I got it. I got a bad reputation. I'm mean. I got a bad attitude. I'm a bully. I'm intimidating." Hey, look, it ain't my fault. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is, but it ain't. You know, I went to the gym and lifted a couple weights and drunk some muscle milk, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I did do that. But look here, I don't bother nobody.
That's right.
I ain't. Look here, I'm too old to be messing with people. I don't cuss nobody out. I don't intimidate nobody. But people that tell you I do. So when you look at me, they'll say,
hey, your boy Jamal just said you even scare him.
Man, tell Jamal, get somewhere and sit down.
See? There you go bullying him again.
Yeah, with his bad knees. But hey, Jamal need to be bullied though. He need to be bullied. Yeah, but hey, but what I'm saying is, I was in the military. I know how to deal with different attitudes and people. I mean, I was a platoon sergeant. I dealt with from 40 to 50 people every day. Mm-hmm. in a platoon. So I know how to meet people at their needs. The military taught me I know how to teach this dance. I can give you what you want. But see, notice what I said, teach this dance. A lot of times I've dealt with people, they wanted combinations of different things. But then when you try to give it to them, you really can't give it to them because they don't have a basic foundation to know where they need to be at in order to make the moves work.
Right. And that's why I'm going to make a recommendation, and I'm going to just tell all the rest of y'all this, because I personally have been instructed by Josiah and understand his curriculum and have seen it up close. And I can tell you this, even if you consider yourself to be an advanced dancer, or a more advanced dancer. I'm not going to say advanced, but it would behoove you to take time and learn his foundation. And when I say his foundation, it is the foundation of the dance. I promise you, your dance will increase tenfold. I don't care who you are. Trust me when I tell you that. And y'all know I don't sit on here. And yeah, that could be considered an opinion, but I'm going to just go with fact on that one, only because I've seen it myself up close. I know what it looks like, and I know that it works.
But it's like this for me. I tell people like this here. I ain't going to make you do nothing you don't want to do. I ain't gonna try to make you. I can only put the information out. I can only show you. I mean, like I say, I took the instructional videos off because a few people told me to take it off. Because they said, man, you giving out too much free information.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Them didn't need to be up. I know when you told me what you was gonna do, that ain't quite what I expected. That was a little more in depth. But I know how you are. Because you have the ability to articulate something, and the way you do things, you make stuff so very clear and easily understandable that the breakdown that you gave essentially just straight up turned into a class. Bruh,
I even said it on the videos. This is not a class. I'm not teaching right now. I'm just explaining what's required of you to perform this dance in the competition.
That's right.
But what it consists of. You know, that's all I was trying to do. But then people told me, man, They just take that down. That's too much information. Because it's like this here. You have so many people saying what they can do and what they can teach, but I don't see the fruit of the labor. I can point people out that I've taught. As a matter of fact, like I say, if my wife, I'm gonna just say it like this, if my wife was not an introvert, people would see more of her, but that is not her MO. Mm-hmm. So Trina Rowland, hey, watch this here. Young guys, if there's some guys out there trying to get down and do an original, man, come see me. Let me give you the whole game. I look here. Hey, like my man said in the movie, I can make you famous.
I make you famous.
Yeah, I can make you famous.
That's true. You doggone right.
I'm trying to tell you.
Louisa Lowe wants to know when the next time you coming to Houston. That'll be Friday.
Tell I'm coming Friday.
Friday.
Hey,
Louisa
Sheila,
Lowe.
thank you for the Cash App love offering. I really appreciate that. You're so wonderful. Hey, look here. I owe you something when I see you. Any dance move you want, I got you.
There you go.
Any dance you want, I got you.
Producer lady said she tried to schedule a private.
Hey, look here. Hey, how they said to everybody, hey, man, look here. Don't hate.
There. That's right. So look here, Joe. We gonna cut it short, man, because you know what we doing? We doing just like you did when you put them videos up. We doing too much right now. So
yeah, let's stop. I'm hungry. I've been on the road. I'm trying to get some sleep. I got to get back on the road.
Yeah, man, get your rest because we're looking for you on Friday. We're gonna check in on Thursday, and Inside Stepping will be broadcasting live from Texas Heat, y'all.
We appreciate you. We hope you got some good information from us. Stay in tune. Brian got some good things that's coming down the pipe.
We got some stuff coming.
We love you. Matter of fact, hit likes for Brian's show. I mean, matter of fact, love offerings.
Subscribe.
Hey, man, that costs money that he used. Man, them love offers in. Okay?
Producer lady said, I'm killing the electricity. Man, I'm going to need y'all to
get
off.
Hey, you're probably about to put him out. That's right. Hey, but Brian, I appreciate you, man.
No, I appreciate you, Joe. Thank you for what you do, man, because without you, brother, you know, these things could potentially slip off the rails, and we ain't going to let that happen, baby. We going to hold it. We going to hold it tight.
Yeah, because I just got some people that message me talking about, hey, man, when you going to put them videos back up? I ain't going to put them up like that. But I tell people, if they don't on the video, teach it to you.
That's right. You sure
right. So I'm just saying, holler at your boy.
That's what's up. All right, Joe, you get you some rest, man. Be careful, and we going to see you this weekend, baby.
Man, holler at y'all, man. Everybody be safe, man. Nothing but love. Hey, bless everybody that's watching, man. Y'all take care.
Peace out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, old school Joe, my partner, Josiah Burt, my schoolmate. We both walked the halls of the Palace, Chicago Vocation, Chicago. But look at here, y'all. All y'all that's on YouTube, don't forget to hit those subscribe buttons, y'all. Don't forget to hit them like buttons. Don't forget to hit them share buttons and all of that good stuff. We will be at Texas Heat for this weekend. We will be broadcasting live. So if you're not ready or you're not prepared, let me tell you how to prepare. Go to your smart television, download the YouTube app if you don't already have it. Put the YouTube on your TV, y'all. If you got a Fire Stick, a Apple, what do they call that thing? Or a Roku, get your app on there for YouTube. Type in Inside Step and hit the subscribe button, hit the like buttons, and be prepared on this weekend when we go live. I got a special surprise for everybody during the competition. You all are going to love this because we will be broadcasting it live just like we did the world's largest. So get ready for that. It is going to be a fantastic time and a fantastic show. Nike is always pulling out the stops and doing it the right way. So that is something we look forward to. We will also be in Long Beach, California at Harlem Nights, y'all, this year. So get ready for that. We'll be broadcasting live. I think that's going to round out our year as far as the broadcast for live events go. We need a break, obviously. We'll be taking a travel break until the first of next year when we will be, of course, at Angie Fain's Phoenix Jam. Jewels and Gents, that is one of my favorites, y'all. We are going to have a ball at that thing doing what we do. and a couple of things in between. Oh, of course, we're going to also be at Josiah has a New Year's Eve party. I forgot to ask him to plug that while we were on here. His New Year's Eve party is in Clarksville, Tennessee. That's right outside of Nashville. We'll be there for that event. It's going to be a lot of fun. New Year's Eve, y'all, hanging out with some of the folks. My man Jamal on here, he said he's going to be in the building. So we got a nice little turnout. Pony Mac will be DJing. His wife Lenore will be doing a class down there. Her and Joe, as a matter of fact, will be doing a workshop. So that's going to be a hell of a thing. We're looking forward to that. So with all of that said, I want to let each and every one of y'all know, man, I love y'all. Without you, this show could not be the success that it is becoming. It could not grow the way that it has. I have a responsibility to you, and that is to make sure that I operate in integrity and I give you the proper and truthful information rooted in fact, even though I'll let you know when it's my opinion. But I'm always here to provide a resource so that we get this thing right, because I'm tired of all of the wrong. I'm burnt out on it. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of people with all of their self-serving and backbiting and the politics and the nonsense. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the BS in general. So because of those things, I will continue to push forward with the message, the information, and as long as I have the ability to continue to keep y'all informed and on top of the game. With that said, thank y'all very much. And the words of my man Tony Adway, I love you, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. And I want everybody to have yourselves a great night. And we will be back on the line over the weekend. I would normally be next Tuesday at 7, our regularly scheduled show, but we will be live all weekend. I'm looking forward to it, y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Make sure you got your TVs ready. I'm telling you, make sure you got your TV ready. Y'all gonna have a great time. We're gonna bring you a hell of a show. It's gonna be beautiful, man. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. All right. Have a good night, y'all. We out of here. Peace.